Alexander was born on a quiet night in the ancient land of Macedonia. Storms rolled across the sky, and people whispered that the gods were awake. His mother, Olympias, held him close and believed he was special. His father, King Philip II, was a strong ruler and a great warrior. From him, Alexander learned discipline and courage. From his mother, he learned dreams and belief. Even as a child, Alexander did not think like others. He did not dream of gold alone. He dreamed of glory, meaning, and a world united under one vision. As a boy, Alexander loved stories. He listened happily when elders spoke of heroes like Achilles and Hercules. These tales filled his heart with fire. He imagined himself walking beside them, brave and fearless. One day, a wild horse named Bucephalus arrived at the palace. No man could ride it. The horse kicked, screamed, and frightened everyone. Young Alexander noticed something others did not. The horse feared its own shadow. Calmly, he turned the horse towards the sun, spoke softly, and climbed onto its back. The crowd stood silent. When Alexander rode proudly, King Philip's eyes filled with tears. He said, "My son, Macedonia is too small for you." Alexander grew under the guidance of Aristotle, the great teacher. He learned science, poetry, politics, and philosophy. He learned to ask questions and seek truth. Yet, his heart always pulled him towards action. He wanted to test himself, to see the world, to change it. He believed a leader must understand both the mind and the sword. His days were filled with study, and his nights with dreams of distant lands. When Alexander was only 20 years old, his life changed forever. King Philip was killed, and the crown fell upon Alexander's young head. Many doubted him. Some laughed and said he was too young. Others planned rebellion. Alexander answered not with fear, but with strength. He moved quickly, crushed revolts, and showed that he was not a boy anymore. His voice was calm, but his will was iron. Soon, Greece stood united under his rule. Alexander's greatest dream was to conquer the Persian Empire, the largest and richest power of the time. Many thought it was madness. Persia had endless soldiers, gold, and cities. Alexander had a small army, tired and far from home. Still, he crossed the sea into Asia with faith in his heart. He spoke to his men not as a king, but as a brother. He shared their pain, walked beside them, and slept under the same sky. They trusted him, and trust made them strong. The first great test came at the Battle of the Granicus River. Persian forces waited confidently. Alexander did not hesitate. He led the charge himself, sword raised, eyes burning. The river ran red, and the clash was fierce. Alexander was wounded, but he did not fall. When the battle ended, victory belonged to Macedonia. His men cheered, not just for the win, but for their leader who fought beside them. City after city fell, some by battle, others by respect. Alexander showed mercy when he could. He honored local customs and allowed people to keep their ways. He did not wish to destroy cultures, but to connect them. In Egypt, he was welcomed as a liberator. The people crowned him pharaoh, and he founded the city of Alexandria, a place of learning and light. Standing by the sea, Alexander felt peace. His dream was growing. The greatest moment of his life came at the Battle of Gaugamela. Persian King Darius III stood with a massive army. The ground shook under their numbers. Many Macedonians felt fear, but Alexander remained calm. He studied the field, spoke softly to his men, and prayed. When the battle began, he moved like lightning. His strategy was bold, his timing perfect. Darius fled, and Persia was broken. The world changed that day. Alexander entered the great cities of Babylon, Susa, and Persepolis. Wealth beyond imagination lay before him, yet he did not lose himself in gold. One night, Persepolis burned. Some say it was revenge, others say it was a mistake born of drink and emotion. Alexander later regretted it. This moment showed that even great men carry human weakness. As Alexander marched east, the journey grew harder. Mountains rose, deserts burned, and men grew tired. Far from home, some soldiers longed for their families. Alexander felt their pain, yet his dream pulled him forward. He married Roxana, a woman of the land, showing his wish to unite people, not rule them from afar. Still, loneliness began to touch his heart. Power surrounded him, but understanding faded. In India, Alexander faced King Porus, a brave ruler who fought with war elephants. The battle was fierce and bloody. Rain poured, mud trapped feet, and cries filled the air. Alexander won, but he honored Porus for his courage. He let him rule his land, proving respect can be stronger than chains. Yet, this battle marked a turning point. His men, exhausted and broken, refused to march further. For the first time, Alexander listened. With a heavy heart, he turned back. The return journey was cruel. The Gedrosian desert tested them with hunger, heat, and death. Alexander walked on foot, shared water, and refused comfort. When offered water while his men had none, he poured it onto the sand. This act stayed in their hearts forever. He was still their leader, still their brother. Back in Babylon, Alexander planned more journeys. His mind never rested. Yet, his body was tired, and his spirit carried hidden wounds. One night, after a feast, he fell ill. Fever burned through him. Days passed, and hope faded. His generals gathered, worried, and silent. When asked who would inherit his empire, Alexander whispered, "To the strongest." His eyes closed, and the world lost a legend. Alexander died at just 32 years old. He left no clear heir, but he left something greater, a changed world. Cultures mixed, ideas traveled, and borders softened. Greek thought met Eastern wisdom. His story lived on, not just in books, but in hearts. Alexander the Great was not perfect. He was proud, restless, and human. Yet, he dared to dream beyond limits. He showed that one man with belief and courage can touch history forever. His life reminds us to dream big, to lead with heart, and to walk forward, even when the road is long.